everybody. Welcome back to Founders Friday. My name is Danielle Kuamara, and I have my girl, Liz Blue Braden. Cheers.
Cheers.
With Blue Realty.
Yes, thank you.
And you do...
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and you do all of your real estate mainly in Alma Heights, or are you kind of all over everywhere?
We spread it out. Anywhere. I'm done some leases recently that I usually don't, but yeah, we anywhere. And Sophia is on board with us. We just brought her
I
on.
did a huge blooper. Shout out to Sophia.
Shout out to Sophia.
Did not let my cameraman know that there was 3 people. So the next show you guys come on, there will be 3 people. But instead, we are just going to talk about how fabulous it is. And that's one thing we want to do with Founders Friday is really talk about the growing as an entrepreneur, really empowering each other in being a woman in business. So how did you get Sophia on with you?
Lily at the Pearl, she dresses me. That's how I look so cool all the time.
I love it.
Lily. And that's where I met Sophia. And we kind of come together. You mentioned about how do you market? That's, you could put a desk inside of her store and you'd have great clientele all in and out.
So
all
tell
the
me
time,
about the Pearl Market, because that's one thing that you and I used to run around town and look at properties. I used to do land. I used to do land development. So whenever I met Liz, I was like, let's go knock on these people's door, which is so much fun. To go and offer somebody money on their doorstep. Is that legal?
Well, not when that guy, remember that one, were you with me when he's came out with a gun? That's probably not a good topic.
That was not me.
So you have to be careful. You can't, the laws are changed. They're a little different. You can.
But the Pearl Market.
Particular neighborhoods is not allowed, right, because of HOAs and stuff. But the Pearl, to your point, that's one of the reasons downtown, or San Antonio for that matter, is really growing, because the Pearl was a kickoff to downtown growth.
And King William has just grown.
Yeah, Southtown. And they're getting a little mini Pearl.
Oh, okay. I love that.
I don't know what it's called, but that's what I call it. And they're going to build that, the Hemisphere, Project Marvel, all of that's going to, we're going to have so much to do.
I mean, it is. The Pearl has completely blown up, and the Pearl is just beautiful, and the rent is insane. So how do you think they marketed the Pearl to make it so... successful? Because I've been having a hard time renting out my Stone Oak property. And by the way, shout out to Zillow. Liz helped me rent out my husband's property. So that was and again, there's marketing, but then there's also, then you get the marketing and then you bring in the client.
Right. But
and that client can be so emotional, and you've done such a great job of helping me and my husband transition in all of our properties and everything. And you have no opinion.
No, I mean,
and I'm very impressed with that.
Well, okay.
The professionalism is hard.
Thank you.
How do you do that?
Well, it's not easy. So I have a client that's a divorce attorney, and she refers me all of her clients because she says, and I'm blessed because she says, you're so easy with, regardless of what side you're on.
Yes.
You have to be. And that's a big part of owning real estate's one of the biggest assets or investments that people get into. And I mean, you have to be calm and deal with each side because it's very emotional.
Yes.
Residential's more so than commercial, and I'm taking all of those courses, which
Well, I love it about Liz because we have always done lower end real estate. Somehow, whenever I do lower end real estate together, I lose my butt. But then we've been trying to do more 800 to 1.2 together, and it seems like it's looking up. Now the commercial real estate, the more money you spend. And maybe I'm wrong, but is it true that the more money you have with commercial real estate, the return on investment's better than residential?
So there's and the reason why. So here, really quickly, in luxury, those people generally never lose because they always have money. So that market's pretty stable. But when you jump into commercial as an investment, as I'm learning through these fabulous courses, sometimes it's better than the stock market because you get so many tax benefits from depreciation and effective tax rates being better than what the going rate is. So they say it's sometimes better to invest in commercial real estate than it is the stock market because that's more volatile than.
Well, I feel like you should always have your portfolio well versed, right?
Diversified,
and that's one thing that you have to know where to put your money.
Yes.
I love real estate. I know that a lot of people think it's going to crash, but to me, history repeats itself. If things go down, right?
They mess them up. That's
or
what they
vice
say.
versa. If it
I don't
goes
know.
up, they
I mean,
must come down.
I always come up when I'm down, so
Yes.
I think it's always the case. But back to your point of the Pearl, I live at the Pearl, and that area is exploding.
Yes.
And so anything in and around, because we've got the baseball stadium kind of on that side of downtown.
Yes.
And then Project Marvel. So going into the conversation of investments, it's they say we still have time to, because the growth it's in the works and it's coming, but it's a great time to invest.
Yes.
In San Antonio.
Yes.
It really is.
Speaking of decompressing, right? Because we're busy women, we're all over the place. What do you do to take care of Liz Blue Braden?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were literally asking.
No, I like that.
Sneaky. Cheers. What? This.
Double.
Yes, this and spas, which I'm very glad you got into.
So obviously with investing and knowing where the hot spots are, I know that we've been talking about Southtown.
Yes. Pearl, huge. Southtown is the next big explosion because of Project Marvel.
They have a mini Pearl?
They're going to build a retail residential mixed-use development that I call the mini Pearl that will be down there, yes, because the whole hemisphere will be expanding with all of that growth because of Project Marvel, which is the Spurs moving back.
Okay, I love that.
So that's huge, and yes, that will be happening. It's down the road, but that's Southtown.
Speaking of our med spas, because we always have to have a way to decompress.
I know.
What do you do? Because you do gym classes, right?
I do Orange Theory. I walk the river every day.
I love that. That's one thing I like about the whole downtown. Everyone's so health conscious.
Right.
Completely different than Stone-O.
Right. There's
Dominion's
tons of
a little
walking,
bit. Yes.
Tons of eateries. Yes. So you just. Sometimes my car never moves because I walk everywhere.
I love that. Well, that's why you look so fit and in shape.
I'm in sales, so I try.
Yes.
I always do sales. Yes.
But I know that there's a new spa coming out to the Southtown area.
Yes.
I met Lainey. Lainey is fabulous.
Lainey Cloud is one of my dearest, like you, friends.
And it's going to be like a workspace spa, or what kind of experience is it going to be?
It's everything under one roof. It's really a community-driven ladies membership spa with everything under one roof. We're waiting on a press release, so this is a premature insight to it.
I love it.
But it's going to be in Southtown. It's going to be fabulous.
I love it. So
everything you can imagine: bar, restaurant, fitness, beauty, sauna.
I love
all of that.
We need it. I love in Chicago and all these other areas that there's bathhouses. So I'm hoping that they're going to be making it
but very
luxury,
very Russian.
Yes.
I don't know if
it's going to be Russian.
No.
You mean the bathhouses? Yeah. No, but if you guys have not done a bathhouse,
it's like a big,
to be
huge
continued.
Spa.
We were going to talk about that. Yes.
That's what it is. I didn't know.
Well, I'm excited, and I love your beauty tips, and I love everything that you do for the community, and anything that you want to give advice to for the younger generation coming up and trying to get into real estate.
That's a great one. I love, because I have Sophia, who's younger than me, on board, and if I could do it all over again, seriously, it's all who you know.
Yes.
We know that.
And follow through.
In grassroots reach outs, right? Like we kind of mentioned, thank you notes, and just really the things we used to do back in because I'm older than you, but things that we used to do.
But no, for the younger generation, people like handwriting, and that's where that touch of once you meet them in person and sending that little thank you card, or going and getting them involved in some other stuff that you're involved in, especially with charities, because we've done charities before, and it makes, I would say, if you're having a hard time and you're having like a bad month or whatever, going and giving back is the best thing that you could do.
It's a definite
energetically, everything, because
feel good. Yes,
we're so into us, but the more that we give out and give back, the better that it is for us to receive.
Well, and if you're in a good space, right? Like, it's kind of common sense, but if you're in a good space, you take care of yourself, then you can take care of your clients, and then they want to gravitate towards you because you're that energy.
Exactly.
So we are, and I know you mentioned those spa services a lot, but
Oh my gosh, we have to.
We're going to have a lot of that. So
the detox, the sweating, the hot and cold
the
plunge.
fun stuff that we don't have in San Antonio.
Yes. Well, there's actually another spa that's a hot springs that's about 2 hours away from here.
Is it Gonzales, Texas?
Yes. Gonzales.
Have you not been?
I have not.
It starts with an O. Sorry, I don't know the name, but it is the coolest.
And I've heard
Mineral Springs.
Nothing but good things.
Yeah.
So like grounding, rooting, getting everything back to like our whole selves is everything that we need to do. Because again, I like what you said. Like if we're not whole, how are we going to give back if we're not giving back to ourselves?
And people recognize that of you, right?
Yes.
They really do. We could be a Saturday Night Live skit with the negative. What was that?
My goodness. That's one thing that we were talking about.
Nancy.
Whenever she first came on, I was like, let's pretend like we're Chelsea lately, and it's really interesting with like the new way you film and everything. But we want uplifting because it's like sometimes people get so political and everything.
Political, negative.
We just want to be people and just know that we're being our wholesome, grounding selves. Yeah. And they hate us because they ain't us.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yes, that's right. They do.
But anyways, thank you so much for coming on. To be continued.
Yes,
and
always.
Thank you so much.
I'll dig more in the real estate and keep you informed. And that's part of what we do for our
higher
clients.
end ones.
Yes, of
no
course.
more container homes. Container homes.
No,
I got a big.
No.
I did during COVID, and I thought it was going to be so much fun to do a container home. And
they're cool, but yes, I'll guide you better.
Luckily, it's been amazing.
So far, so good.
No, it's Helotes Haciendas.
Yes.
And whenever the rain was going on last month, I was like, yes, the lake's going to raise like an old person.
Yeah.
I
think get your hose out.
I think it's like 2 inches higher.
I don't know.
What's that, Lake Medina?
Yes, Medina Lake.
Do you guys think that Medina Lake is going to be better?
If they, that's a farm, that lake is used for irrigation. So that's really hard to keep that full because
well, anyways, thank you so much for coming on.
They should cloud seed and make it rain, but we're not talking about it.
We are going to talk about cloud seeding in the next one.
Cheers.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Thank you.